Hi everyone, I'm back at it again with another video. It's Tamari here. I'm discussing another topic yet again. I swear I've been discussing so much stuff with you guys. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to a whole bunch of people. Sometimes I quite literally just feel like I'm talking to myself. But I'm in the beginning stages of my YouTube channel, so this is to be expected. This video will be about my opinions or experiences about adult life. It might not even be an opinion video or whatever the case may be. It's just me talking on adult life here in the 21st century in 2023 and how I've been living it now. I'm in my mid-20s and I could say that I started living adult life since I was 17 because that's when I started working and being very independent. I still lived in my mother's house for a while, but even living in her house, I still had my own responsibilities and I lived, you know, like an adult. And now I live alone, I live with my husband, and I'm experiencing the adult life even more, so I can definitely, confidently have an opinion about this. So obviously this is a commentary also on adult life in the Western world because I'm sure that it's different everywhere you go. My overall opinion on adult life is that it sucks. It sucks. I wrote down a couple notes so that I can keep track. And like I said, I'm just making my own commentary about my own life experiences about adult life in the Northeast of America. So I'm just gonna go down my list in no particular order. The first thing I wrote down was, here in the United States, there's no connection with one another. If you're not a person that goes out, it's hard to make friends. Okay, I wrote that down kind of weird. But the moral to the story is that it's hard to make friends as an adult. It's been so for me. If you're not a person that frequents like parties or, you know, social events like that, it's gonna be hard for you to make friends. My lifestyle, which I'm trying to change now, but how it's been since my adult life began, I've done a lot of working. So I swear I complain about working so much, but working has taken up a lot of my time and a lot of my energy to where I've even become more antisocial from working so much. So it's definitely hard to make friends as an adult. Throughout my early adulthood, I managed to keep some of my high school friends and, you know, I watched them trickle off one by one until there was none. I know that sounds pretty depressing and it kind of is, but it's not really, that thought isn't really at the forefront of my mind at this point in my life. I just have gotten over it. But yes, as an adult, it's very hard to make friends here in the Northeast United States. It's partially because if you're not frequenting the clubs, if you have a busy work life that takes up a lot of your time, there's also no sense of community. So not only do you not have any time for that anyway, but there's a lack in this culture here in the United States, in my opinion, where there isn't that much sense of community to where making friends would be easier. And this is something that sucks my soul every time I have to go to work. I wrote it here, professionalism culture sucks. You feel the need to be robotic. Yes, professionalism culture here in the United States, or at least where I'm at, sucks. Okay? You have to be a robot. At least at my job, you have to be so PC, and it's understood. You must keep a certain decorum at work, but it's almost to the point where you're expected to be some robot at work. So there was a time when I used to make a lot of friends at work. Like that was actually in my adult life one of the main ways that I would make friends, that we would be friends outside of work. And I know there's a lot of controversy about that too, but no, I've met a lot of great people that weren't like ops or something at work, and we became friends outside of work. But as the years went on, I haven't been making any friends at work, because obviously I got more, you know, corporate-y type of jobs, or just jobs that are kind of more serious, and I'm not making any friends at work. I'm not. And the few times where there would be kind of offers like that, it's like, why the hell would I be friends with you outside of work? You've proven yourself to be some type of op here in work, so I wouldn't even trust you in the regular world. I watch the way you operate in work. So yes, professionalism culture sucks. My experience with it, especially the past 2 years, has been like dog eat dog. Like you're just like an op. I don't know. It's so hard to explain. Like your coworkers that are on the same level as you, or they're close to the same level as you in work. It's like they're searching for your downfall or something. Like they can't wait for you to go down so that they could go up. And it's like, for your $2.03 raise, I don't feel like that's really that necessary, honestly. So yes, that's one thing I hate. I dread going to work for many reasons, but that is like a third of the reason, because I know that when I go into work, I have to change my personality and become some PC robot machine that's so unnatural to myself and just human behavior generally. I feel like this is applicable to people that work a lot. I know I'm talking about that again, but work a lot, and it also depends where you work too. So my own personal experience with adult life is, it feels like everything goes so fast paced, and it brings me quite a bit of depression, because it just feels like life is going by so fast. So life is going by so fast because I'm working so much. The pace here is so fast, so it makes it go by even faster. And the time that I'm experiencing, I'm not even really enjoying, because I'm practically just working it away. My free time, thank God I have my husband, but it doesn't give, like, you know, I'm having friends or making new ones. Yeah, this just isn't what I want to live, really. I want to be somewhere where there's a greater sense of community. I want to be somewhere where there's better work-life balance, and I don't have to be some PC robot every day that I go into work. Like, basic professionalism is enough, and we don't have to be extreme with it. That's what I want for my life. My next reason is, things are so unrealistic in adult life. Like, in high school, I know that we were all sold the dream or the image that, well, if you go to college, you'll be making this much. Your life will be like this, and everything is on a graph and everything is on a paper shown to you. At least that's how it was for me. And if you do this, then this will happen. If you do this, then this will happen. Everybody knows that life has its exceptions, but I feel like as a collective, we're all kind of experiencing that wasn't true. Life now is really, really different. You can be a college graduate and still be struggling your ass off. You can be a college graduate and literally you're making as much as someone working at a fast food restaurant, and be doing the thing that you went to college for too. So we were sold unrealistic things in high school, or it's unrealistic for a lot of people. Obviously, some people are living that and probably even better too. But I feel like the masses in general are living a different truth than what they were told in high school. I see a lot of people now that has good jobs and they're still having to do Uber on the side to make ends meet. That's the world we're living in now. So here it is, we're adults now. We are rat racing our life away for chump change. We are just making it enough to pay bills. Definitely not enough money to save. Maybe through, taking away some things so that you can save some more, you're managing to save up for one vacation for the whole year. And then there's the year gone, wash, rinse, repeat. You live the same year again. It took me a long time to realize that, damn, I can't do this no more. It took me a long time to realize that this rat race, the way that adult life here is where I live in the northeast of America, is not for me. I don't know how I'm gonna change it, but I know that change is going to happen soon. Honestly, I feel like it's business for me or no way. I feel like it's business for me or no way. This is the reason why I'm planning on starting my own businesses, and I'm doing this content creation stuff, which I hope actually, bears some fruit in time. This 9-to-5 thing, it's not for me at all because it takes away your time. It doesn't give you enough. You're not experiencing the joys of community or the joys of friendship and relationship building because these companies are stealing away your time. Careerism kind of sucks too, unless it's like some fun or good or highly rewarding career. Everything just seems to be such a lie, like all that we were sold. Another thing that I hate about adult life is you feel like you're always working. Like, that has been the situation for me. Obviously, there are some times that I have where, I'm free from any type of work and I can actually relax, but those times are so minimum because I work during the work week and on my days off, I'm working too. So I'm working to get my house in order, I'm working to create a side hustle, I'm working to do all types of stuff. It feels like work never ceases. And for the average man that doesn't have access or wealth, even though you're putting in all this work, and it does work out differently for different people, but 9 times out of 10, you put in a lot of work and you're gonna have to keep working for a while, and you just see it trickling up in very slow timing. So, that would bring anyone frustration. That would bring anyone frustration to put in a lot of work to something and be working really diligently, and things happen in a very slow pace for you because of your lack of access and connection. A lot of people are desensitized to tragic situations. Very much so. Obviously, if you're an adult, whether you be in your early 20s, mid 20s, and above, you've lived quite a bit of life. Not really that much if you're in your 20s, but you've lived enough to see the world and have experienced quite a bit of the world. So in that, we have seen a lot of tragedies, a lot of terrible things has happened to us personally. So a lot of people, I feel, has become desensitized to tragic situations, and this is just bad all over. It creates a lot of things like just becoming complacent in a world that needs you, needs your light, needs your help. Another reason why adult life sucks is because you just don't feel free. This is different for everyone, but I'm gonna speak on myself personally. I lack that sense, at least right now, while I'm going through this, because I am working actively to changing this, or changing my style of life and changing my environment. But good Lord, it's like I don't feel free. The freedom that you felt when you were a child, free to dream, free to imagine, free to do all types of things, free to roam, just that freedom that you had, freedom of time. You don't have that anymore as an adult. And it's sad because it's like, am I not living the same amount of hours, the same amount of seconds? Why don't I have the freedom? And I hate to say it again, but a lot of this centers around work. A lot of it centers around work. Imagine yourself now. If you are a person that works a 9-to-5 job, so they call it, when it really is way more than just 8 hours. Let's say you really are a person that works a 9-to-5 job, and just imagine yourself without that. Let's say you managed to accrue like $100,000 or something, and you decided that you're going to not work for like a year or two, and you have all of that time. Imagine the freedom you would feel. The freedom of, oh, I can do whatever I want. All of a sudden you start feeling creativity coming again. You start feeling joy coming in again. And obviously I'm just lofty dreaming right now. This isn't the reality for many, but I think that we should start creating another way to live. I see a lot of people on the internet that are sick of the 9-to-5. They stop doing it, and they're creating another way to live. They're creating like farms where they grow their own food. They're getting into eco living just so that they can be free. They can let that joy in again. They can enjoy their time, which time is so important. It's like, that's one thing that I'm realizing. I'm realizing that the more I live, time is so important. Matter of fact, what is the 3 most important things to me? The 3 most important things to me right now in my soul is health, connection to God, and time. Health, connection to God, and time. So when you think about it, this work culture, it takes away your time. It affects my mental health, which mental health affects your physical health. I swear, we got to break free. We got to break free so that we can be free. Because when you feel free, you have freedom of time, you have freedom in your spirit. The joy comes in, the goodness comes in, the creativity comes in, the adventurer in you comes in, all that childish wonder comes in again, and you just feel so much better about life. So I feel like adulthood really takes that away from you. And you know what I'm noticing now, the more that I actually voice all these things, it's not actually adulthood or the responsibilities of adulthood that is the negative thing, really. I feel like what is the negative thing is how sustaining yourself as a person who is no longer a dependent is way too taxing. It takes away too much from you. So that is actually the thing that sucks about being in adulthood. When you have to sustain your own self, the work culture here, it sucks. It takes way too much away from you, I believe. Your time is so important. Anyway, I just felt like coming on here to express my thoughts and feelings about that. My camera battery is low and I'm getting kind of hungry, so I hope you guys have a great day, and I'd love to hear some of your comments in the comment section below. Please subscribe and give this video a like. Thank you for watching.